What's up, crypto family? Welcome back to the CryptoLogic channel. My name is John, and my mission here in this channel is to make crypto as logical as possible. So if you guys are rock with that, please smash that like button, because that like button helps this video out so much. And hit that subscribe button to be notified whenever a new video drops, so you guys don't miss out on this fire content. How you guys doing? Happy Friday. As you can see, I'm back home now. I was out of town for the week. I was up in Palm Springs for the week on a little vacay. But yeah, I was still able to manage to get a video out for you guys. The podcast, the Wi-Fi wasn't that strong for some reason, and the podcast is obviously like an hour and a half. So there was like no way I was gonna try to upload that and just sit there and wait for 3 or 4 hours for it to upload. So I'm gonna drop that podcast next Wednesday. It's with Royal Black. We talk about LCX and a lot of tokens. It's exciting. Very, very excited. Mason will be on the podcast still soon. We were talking about it. He's going to be going on a trip, but I'm gonna hit him up again today and see, kind of give you guys a date, and I'll be mentioning that in the Discord so we can have a date of when to expect that podcast. I'm very excited about that. But yeah, if you guys aren't in the Discord, please click the link in the description below. Join the Discord. Be surrounded by a like-minded community. It is free. It's public. We have a public section. It's awesome. Growing every day. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok. I post every day on TikTok. I tweet every day on Twitter. And then, yeah, today's video isn't going to be too long. Going to be nice, short. Let you guys get on your way with this really quickly. And with that being said, I'm going to dive right into it, all right? So today, we are sitting at 1.09 trillion. The market has pumped again today, or the last few days since Wednesday. Since Wednesday or Thursday, due to the fact of the Fed raising interest rates by 0.75 basis points and not the 100 basis points that everyone was predicting. So we're up. So the inflation has continued to rise, but apparently it's cooling down because the Fed raising interest rates is working, quote unquote. That's what they're saying. It's working. It's deterring people from spending money. It's basically slowing down the economy, right? And the crazy thing is, since Monday, since I made that video, we are in a recession. By a technical term, the technical definition, we are currently in a recession, but no one in the upper tier has announced it. No one in the administration has announced it. They're still acting like, oh, well, technically, I mean, look, we got unemployment, new jobs have been created. Oh, we got new jobs. I'm like, I was doing my research. I'm like, that data is skewed. One, because people, they're saying jobs are increasing. Yes. Most of those jobs are secondary jobs and third jobs. So people who already have jobs are getting second jobs and third jobs because they're not making enough money. So that's a little skewed right there, right? It's not new jobs. And a lot of these jobs that are where they're their first jobs, these people are just getting their jobs back. A lot of that data is not even mentioned. These people that lost their jobs during the pandemic, they're just getting their jobs back. New jobs, that data is kind of skewed, right? And going into 2023, based on the research I've been doing, that's going to be the next big thing that the government is going to tackle is unemployment. They're going to make unemployment the big issue because we're at a point where something's going to have to give. You can't keep raising interest rates like this because the economy is going to break. It's going to break. Everything's going to get way too expensive. In loans, etc. It's going to get too costly. They're going to have to taper off and start doing the opposite of, I believe, quantitative tightening and do quantitative easing, which means putting money back into the system, which means the markets will pump again. So right now, I think this is a bear trap. I don't trust this market right now. If you're dollar cost averaging, that's completely fine. But I just think that if you are looking to buy in bulk, it's very dangerous to buy in bulk. I would just suggest just keep dollar cost averaging. Don't go and buy bulk just because you think it's going to go up. Like if you think quant's going to go 200, you're like, oh, well, I got to buy a bunch of quant that I can right now. Just play it safe and dollar cost average in, and then hopefully it dips down and you can buy bulk when it dips down, right? And quant did dip down last week into about $80, right? And it's back up now. Back up to like 107, I believe. And we love quant here at this channel, okay? We love LCX, we love quant, we love XRP, Cadena, Alliance Block. But yeah. So Ethereum had hit over 1,700. I really thought Ethereum was going to go over 2K, right? But Ethereum is pumping. The merger's coming soon. BNB still under 300. XRP and Solana and Dogecoin rounding out the top 10. Cardano passed XRP. Polkadot right on the tail of Dogecoin here, trying to knock it out. Polygon is killing it. Avalanche is still stagnant. If you look at the market and the bubbles, we're kind of lukewarm again with a couple of green ones, right? I hate it. I hate when it's like this. It's been like this for the past few days because obviously we're getting a lot of bullish pumps for some reason. I think this is a bear trap. I think we're going to rebound, retrace here soon. I'm not sure when, but I think it's going to happen. August is going to be a slow month, in my opinion, because of the fact that there's no Fed meeting. So we may stay stagnant depending on if there's any other type of Black Swan event, any SEC news that comes out. We'll see what happens. But I think August will be a slow month, slow, boring month, and we're going to see a lot of this during the month of August. If something happens, great. Hopefully it's something that tanks the market more so we can buy some more. The next Fed meeting isn't until September. So we'll see what happens there. And here's the information that I was speaking about. The Federal Reserve just moved to make your credit cards, mortgages, and car loans more expensive in hopes you'll spend less and cool inflation. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make everything so expensive in regards of getting loans, using your credit card, your mortgages, etc., to where you don't want to spend any money. You want to save your money and hold your money, and that's what cools inflation. And essentially, when they do this, that means that because we're in a recession, we have 2 quarters of negative GDP, and they're for some reason they want to change the definition because they don't want to say, "Oh, a recession came under this president." That's going to be very bad going into the election the next 2 years. So they don't want to have that announced, and unless they have a clear plan of fixing it, and then say, "Look, we were in a recession, but we fixed it." That's all political. I don't want to get into that. But it says the Fed raised interest rates by 0.75 percentage points on Wednesday, repeating the hike seen in June, back-to-back months of 75 basis points being raised. The increase triples the size of the Fed's usual hike and marks an aggressive effort to cool inflation. Something's got to give, you guys. Something's got to give. So they are, and I believe right here it says the hike comes 2 weeks after government data showed growth accelerating again last month. The Consumer Price Index, a closely watched inflation metric, soared 9.1% in the year through June, making it the fastest pace since November 1981. It's been 40 years, 40-year high. So it doesn't look like, it looks like they got it under control. That's what they want to make it seem, but behind the scenes, it's very bad. It seems very bad. It says the Federal Reserve's 75 basis point increase now means that in the space of just 4 months, they have hiked rates by as much as they did over the entire 2015-2018 hiking cycle. This is rapidly proving to be one of the most aggressive hiking cycles we've seen in recent decades. They're pushing the big red button. They're freaking out. They're pushing that big red button. Like, come on, we got to fix this. We got to fix this. And look at this. I do not think the U.S. is currently in a recession. There are too many areas of the economy that are performing too well. That's not how it works. This is like the stupidest thing I've ever heard. The recession is if GDP is negative for 2 success quarters in a row, we're in a recession. But what they're saying is they're nitpicking. Well, this area is doing well and this area is doing well, but this area is doing bad. But since these areas are doing well, that means that we're not in a recession. They all have to do bad. I'm like, no, it's an average. The overall average of everything combined is negative. Just because you have some positive here doesn't mean like, oh well, since there's five critical things, right? And 3 of them are negative and 2 of them are positive. They're saying, oh well, since there's 2 positives, that means that it's not a recession because all 5 have to be negative. Like, no, the average is there's 3 negatives and 2 positives. Since there's more negatives than positives, it's negative. That's usually how averages work. So they're saying there are too many areas of the economy performing too well. Like, so that makes up for the rest of the negatives that's happening. Like, no, we're in a recession. That's literally how they're trying to change the definition. They're trying to make it to where, well, this side's good over here, so let's focus on the good side. So that means that we're not in a recession. It's freaking ridiculous. It's sickening that's happening in where, like, in our time right now. It's sickening, and no one's talking about it. Now let's move on to another bunch of BS. The SEC, right? Big short investor Michael Burry doubts the SEC has resources or the IQ to investigate crypto listings on Coinbase correctly. I agree with this. So hedge fund manager Michael Burry, famed for forecasting the 2008 financial crisis, believes that the U.S. and Securities Exchange Commission neither has the resources nor the IQ points needed to correctly investigate crypto listings on Coinbase. He says, I'm pretty sure the SEC does not have the resources or the IQ points. So they're basically saying that that the SEC is a bunch of idiots, which is, I agree. I'm happy to say it again. This is from, who is this? This is from Coinbase. I'm happy to say it again and again. We are confident that our rigorous diligence process, a process the SEC has already reviewed, keeps securities off of our platform. We look forward to engaging with the SEC on the matter. So what's crazy is that Coinbase has guidelines before they're able to list a token. So these guidelines basically showcase if the project or crypto or product, whatever, is not a security, right? So these is checklists. They sent this checklist to the SEC, and the SEC has already looked over this checklist, basically saying, well, I don't think they said anything. That's the problem. The SEC gets these checklists, and they don't say anything. They don't say, oh, this is good. They just get it, and they just don't say it's bad, or they don't say it's good. So Coinbase goes, well, you didn't say it's bad, so I guess it must be good. So it's like, if they do this, they do this, if they check this, if they check this, all right, you're not a security, you can be listed on our platform. And now all of a sudden the SEC wants to say, oh, you're a security. I'm like, you guys know that Coinbase only lists tokens that pass this checklist, and you guys have a copy of that checklist. So how can you guys retract and now say that, oh, these are securities, when you guys are the ones that your job is to review these checklists? It's stupidity. That's why where we are right now with the internet and being able to search up what's going on, you realize these are all old, stupid people, in my opinion. These older people, they're just stupid and they're out of touch with the times. And they don't realize that younger people or people that are born with the internet can look up and see what they're saying, look up what they're doing, and realize, like, you guys leave a track record on the internet. We can look up what you've done, what you haven't done. So these older people are just making themselves look stupid, in my opinion, and it's just ridiculous. If you look at the SEC, it's a bunch of old people that don't know what the hell they're doing, in my opinion. They're using a Howey test that was made in the early 1900s or 1800s. When was the Howey test created? I'm gonna find that out right now. That's what they're basing securities on. It's insane. 1934. 1933, 1934. That's like over 100 years, about 100 years, like 90 years away, old. That's insane. These people are like old people, man. It's just crazy to me. I don't like it. It's just dumb. I just think it's dumb, right? And this is the next part. I got some XRP news for you guys. Okay. It says, the title says, SEC fails to prevent XRP holders from aiding Ripple. So what's going on is that Johnny Deaton, the good man Johnny Deaton, had like a link where you can sign up and fill out and basically post your concerns about the SECs and how they affected your holding of Ripple, right? XRP tokens. So the SEC was like, well, we don't want all these people putting in their requests and putting in their disputes of how we affected them, right? Basically, the holders are like, well, you don't represent us. You don't care about us, right? It's for your own agenda or whatever. Your job is to protect us investors, but you're hurting us. So the SEC tried to not let this happen, but they failed. The judge said, no, let the people speak. So basically, we, XRP holders, can file and be involved in the lawsuit in regards of letting the judge read our concerns and disputes about what the SEC's lawsuit that they did against the lawsuit that they slapped on Ripple, how it affected them and how it affected their holding, etc. So the SEC really tried to prevent this, and they lost. And I'm noticing the SEC continues to lose and lose and lose. They get a couple wins here and there, but primarily they're losing and losing and losing and losing to where I'm like, there's no way that they can come off and just all of a sudden rebound and win the whole thing. I think they're going to have to settle, or they're going to have to take this big L and then kind of be pushed back, push aside from regulating crypto. And I don't think they want that. I do not think they want that. And Ripple might not show mercy, or what I've said in the past, they might say, fine, you better not label us as a security and let us move freely and let us dominate the crypto space. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this, right? So the last thing, and I told you guys it was a short video, is Monty tweeted this out today. He says, getting closer to the LCX exchange revamp. The team had been laser focused to build this outstanding product with a new user interface and big changes in the back end. LCX exchange revamp is going to be better, faster, more beautiful, ready for growth, regulated, and secure. I'm so excited. I feel like the current LCX exchange on the app and on the web browser version is kind of slow and clunky, but it's the first go around. So I'm really excited that now they're going to start making it more faster, more fluid, efficient, keep up with all the other exchanges. And look how beautiful it looks. I'm so excited, you guys. I'm so excited. A regulated exchange right here. And then the SEC has the audacity to say that it's a security. It's so stupid. But Monty did say on his AMA that he's going to release a countdown of when the exchange is going to get released. Still waiting for that. But yeah, LCX, this is the last thing I want to say about LCX for this video. Amid being labeled a security by the SEC, amid a market crash where Bitcoin's down 50%, 60%, whatever, other tokens are down 90%, LCX still building, still working like nothing's wrong. And that's how we know these projects that do that, they survive a bear market. They will be the ones that create life-changing wealth for people, because while everyone else is firing, laying off, freaking out, requesting buyouts, liquidating themselves to create to pay off their loans, pausing transfers, pausing withdrawals, pausing deposits, not letting people take access to their money, LCX, Ripple, Quant, HBAR, they're all moving in ways where it's like, oh, nothing's wrong. It's like you couldn't even tell there's anything wrong with the market. They're just moving along because they know that they're going to be fine. And that's why I'm bullish on those type of projects, crypto networks, exchanges, etc., whatever you want to call them. And that's why I'm bullish on LCX. And LCX is one of my favorite tokens, along with XRP, along with Quant, KDA, and so much more. Alliance Block, so much more. That's why I'm very confident in LCX. I'm willing to ride with it to zero. And I think that LCX will be one of the ones that changed a lot of people's lives, in my opinion. But with that being said, you guys, I told you guys a nice short video, a little ranty today, a little fired up. You guys, please stack some side hustles. $35 a day can get you a little paid. I don't know, that made no sense, but $35 a day, you can buy some crypto today. That rhymes. That sounds better. $35 a day, man. Go get some side hustles going. Get yourself some crypto. That's like 500 LCX a day if you did that. $35 a day. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this far. Join the Discord. I will be airdropping free crypto throughout the week. A lot now. I got this new bot that's attached to the Discord. It's very exciting. I'm going to make a video on that privately for the Discord, so if you're in the Discord, you can watch it. But yeah, see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys stay safe this weekend. Take care of yourselves. Make some side hustle money. Dollar cost average. Be mindful. Be diligent. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.